in my experience, especially with, and I'm just going to use the term high value, like productive, emotionally aware, even non-emotionally aware white men typically don't settle. So they're not like let's just, you could not even like how do I want to say this? Like, as a white man, you don't even really need to be offering too much, but usually they pick winners. And I'm saying they very generally, very generally, right? So like in my experience, like if I were to even think about, in my own family, like most of those people married equal or above.
The men? The white men?
Yeah, the men. The men. Yeah, everyone in my family has either married equal or above or far above. So, like, and far above meaning like a lot of different things, right? But they're definitely, they understand and they see value and they know how to recognize that. And I think if you were to just bust it even more open, like more like men in general are looking for someone or a person to add value to their life, period. And I think that goes outside of race, right? That goes outside of just a white, just a white man or a white man preference. Like, so if you're at the gym and you're not offering anything of value, you're not going to get stares. You're not going to get looks. Like that's just the truth, and there, I feel like there's also like an air about you, especially at the gym of confidence or anywhere that you are at, of confidence. And I think men are pretty good bull, like shit readers and can tell whether you're being fake or not. And if you're really fake, a lot of guys don't really want to deal with that. And again, I'm not saying anything about this particular woman. I'm just saying like at the, finding someone on a hike, like you're not going to pick up somebody on a hike. Usually people are hiking with their friends and or hiking because they don't want to be around people. So like you're not going to find someone on a hike. I mean, maybe.
You're just saying
everywhere. Yeah. Like this guy, where do you find them? Everywhere. They're everywhere. Just look around.
Yeah.
Totally.
So like doing a video, I mean, my first thought looking at that video was just like, you're telling on yourself. If you have a hard time finding a population that's like, I don't want to say the most likely to be here, but like white people are a majority in the US. So if you're having a hard time finding like the majority of people who exist here, then you're already telling on yourself. Like we know where you're living or where you're coming from.
And it's where are you hanging out?
Right.
And so like all of that matters too. And so it's like there are certain places, and being in the Bay Area for like 10 years, there's places that I knew I could go to where I would be around a majority of white people. Mm-hmm. There would be places that I could go to where I knew I was going to be the only white person there. Yeah. Like if you're paying attention, you can find the places where those people hang out. And then the question is like, how do you assimilate to those environments enough to be appealing?
Right. But you hit the nail on the head. It's like at the end of the day, you have to be offering something. Just meeting a white guy doesn't mean that you're going to be getting a marriage proposal. It's like, okay,
no.
What are you offering?
Like how are you adding value to said white guy's life? Especially if he's already well established, doesn't really need much. Like one of the things that, if I'm just thinking about my relationship with the white guy that I had like 10 years ago, he didn't really need me. Like I was there because he liked my company. He likely liked how I looked. He liked that I came from a good family and that and all these things, but he didn't really need my help or like need me. And if you're thinking about like being in a marriage with someone, and I say this all the time, is like, your job, as like, if we're taking the biblical approach to it, is to be your helpmate to your husband. So how are you helping your partner, the person you're dating, the person you're married to? Like, how are you helping them? And what do you have to offer? It comes back to like, what do you have to offer? And does that person like what you have to offer? So
basic stuff. Yeah.
Basics. Yeah, basics.